In the journey of faith and spirituality, it's not uncommon to encounter hurdles that seem to obstruct the path to blessings and divine connection, drawing inspiration from the wisdom of Saint Padre Pio, a revered Italian Catholic priest and mystic known for his profound spiritual insights. We delve into the subtle signs that may suggest the devil's interference in one's spiritual life. While Saint Padre Pio did not explicitly outline these signs, his teachings and the broader Christian tradition provide valuable guidance on recognizing and overcoming spiritual obstacles. This exploration offers a lens through which we can better understand and navigate the challenges that sometimes arise on our spiritual journeys, seeking to strengthen our connection with the divine and reclaim the blessings that may appear to be withheld. 1. Loss of peace. The loss of inner peace can manifest in various ways, such as constant restlessness, anxiety, or a feeling of being spiritually adrift. It's as though a storm has engulfed the once calm waters of your soul. This turmoil may result from the devil's attempts to disrupt your inner tranquility and divert your focus away from God's love and guidance. It's important to recognize this sign because peace is a fundamental aspect of our spiritual well-being. To reclaim your inner peace, Saint Padre Pio often emphasized the power of prayer and meditation. By connecting with God through these practices, you can find solace and regain the serenity that the devil seeks to disrupt. Seek counsel from a spiritual advisor or priest to help you navigate through the storms of your soul and find a path back to the peaceful shores of your faith. 2. Persistent sin. Consistently falling into sinful behaviors, despite genuine efforts to overcome them, can be a distressing sign. It's as if there's an invisible force pulling you away from God's grace and love. Saint Padre Pio understood the gravity of sin and its potential to distance us from God. If you find yourself ensnared in a cycle of sin, it could be a sign that the devil is exploiting your vulnerabilities to lead you astray. To break free from the chains of persistent sin, it's crucial to frequent the sacrament of reconciliation confession, where you can seek forgiveness and receive valuable guidance from a priest. Additionally, develop a proactive plan to avoid situations and influences that trigger your sinful behaviors. Surround yourself with a supportive and accountable faith community that can provide the spiritual strength and encouragement needed to resist temptation and find redemption in God's love. 3. Strained relationships. Strained and conflicted relationships, marked by constant discord, resentment, or bitterness, may be an indication of the devil's influence in your life. The devil often seeks to sow seeds of division among loved ones, creating an atmosphere of strife. Recognizing this sign is crucial because healthy, loving relationships are central to a fulfilling spiritual life. To heal strained relationships, you must prioritize forgiveness, reconciliation, and empathy. These virtues are central to the Christian faith and can help mend broken bonds. Seek guidance from a trusted friend or a spiritual advisor who can provide insights on how to navigate these difficult dynamics. Remember that by fostering love and understanding within your relationships, you can counteract the devil's divisive intentions. 4. Doubt and despair. Persistent doubt about your faith or a sense of hopelessness can be signs of spiritual warfare. The devil often attempts to plant seeds of doubt and despair in your mind, making you question your beliefs and distancing you from God's love. To combat doubt and despair, engage in regular study of your faith, read scripture, and seek guidance from a spiritual mentor or priest. Surround yourself with a supportive faith community that can offer encouragement and address your questions. Through prayer and seeking spiritual guidance, you can strengthen your faith and overcome doubt and despair, reclaiming your connection to God. 5. Isolation. Isolation, where you feel increasingly disconnected from your faith community and spiritual support, is another sign of potential spiritual interference. The devil may attempt to isolate you, making you feel alone in your struggles and far from the sources of spiritual guidance and strength. To combat isolation, reconnect with your faith community by actively participating in religious services, group activities, or gatherings. Seek out fellowship with other believers who can provide support and understanding. Don't hesitate to share your struggles with a trusted friend or spiritual advisor. By reaching out and building connections within your faith community, you can resist the devil's attempts to isolate you and find renewed spiritual support. 6. Spiritual dryness. Spiritual dryness, characterized by a lack of enthusiasm, passion, or a sense of God's presence in your spiritual life, can be a challenging sign to confront. It may feel as though your connection to God has become distant and arid. The devil can use this dryness to make you feel disconnected from your faith. To overcome spiritual dryness, continue with your spiritual practices even when they feel challenging. Persevere in prayer, attend religious services, and seek God's presence even in times of spiritual drought. Remember that faith is not solely built on emotions, but also on commitment and trust. Seek guidance from a spiritual mentor or priest who can provide insights and 7. Obstacles to prayer. Experiencing consistent difficulties in maintaining a prayer life can indicate spiritual warfare. The devil may attempt to disrupt your communication with God, making prayer feel challenging and unfulfilling. To overcome obstacles to prayer, establish a regular prayer routine and seek guidance on different forms of prayer that suit your spiritual needs. Pray for the strength to overcome distractions and maintain focus during your prayer time. Don't be discouraged by temporary difficulties. Instead, persist in your prayer life, knowing that consistent effort can break through the barriers the devil may place in your path. 8. Physical and mental disturbances. Unexplained physical or mental disturbances that hinder your daily life and well-being can be concerning signs. While these disturbances may not always be demonic, they can indicate a spiritual battle or interference. It's essential to consult with a medical professional to rule out physical or psychological causes before assuming a spiritual origin. Once medical causes are addressed, you can consider the possibility of spiritual disturbances. If you suspect spiritual interference, seek guidance from a priest or spiritual advisor who can offer prayers, blessings, or spiritual interventions. Remember that addressing both physical and spiritual aspects of any disturbance is crucial for holistic well-being. Pray for God's healing and protection as you navigate these challenges. 9. Lack of charity. noticeable decrease in compassion, empathy, or charitable actions can be a troubling sign. It may feel as though your heart is growing cold and indifferent to the needs of others. The devil can influence your heart to harden, leading you away from the path of love and compassion that Christ taught. To counteract a lack of charity, reflect on your actions and attitudes. Strive to cultivate a loving and charitable heart by actively seeking opportunities to serve others and practice kindness. Engage in acts of service, both within your faith community and in the broader world. To reignite the flame of charity within your heart by following Christ's example of selfless love, you can overcome the devil's attempts to extinguish the warmth of your compassion. 10. Overwhelming temptations. When you face constant and overwhelming temptations that lead you away from God and your faith, it may be a sign of spiritual attack. The devil tempts individuals to stray from their faith and make choices that go against their beliefs and values. To resist overwhelming temptations, seek guidance from a spiritual mentor or priest. Develop strategies to recognize and counteract temptations when they arise. Prayer and a strong support system within your faith community can provide the strength and resilience needed to make virtuous choices and stay firmly rooted in your faith. Remember that temptation is a common part of the human experience, but with God's help and your determination, you can overcome it and remain steadfast in your faith. As we reflect on these spiritual insights inspired by Saint Padre Pio, let us remember that recognizing and addressing spiritual obstacles is a vital part of our faith journey. May his wisdom guide us in overcoming the challenges that come our way and draw us closer to the divine blessings we seek. We encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content. Like and share this video with others who may benefit from these insights. And explore our channel for a wealth of spiritual wisdom. We invite you to comment below, sharing your thoughts and where you're joining us from. As we build a community of seekers on this sacred path together, thank you for being a part of our spiritual journey. And may God's blessings be with you always.